Hey, this is Rachel from the Life Facilitator, and I am going to do a quick flip of my setup for September. Nope, it's October. For October, I'm going to be using 3 planners, and I'll walk through each of them for the month. I should disclaimer and say for the rest of the rest of 2019, I'm going to be switching out my system each month to try to figure out what system I want to stick with for 2020. So September, I was in a couple planners. October, I'll be in a few different planners, and then November and December will be other planners. So my goal is really by the end of 2019 to have a pretty solid sense of how I want to plan for 2020. So let's start with the one that will be, it's kind of a planner, but it's more of a journal. Okay, so this one, it's a print pression B6 Traveler's Notebook, and it's the polished leather, and I don't remember the color name, but I know it's a polished leather, and it is like the prettiest thing ever. So that's the print impression cover. And inside I have my Cocoa Daisy B6 Daisy Dory TN Traveler's Notebook, and pretty minimal decorations because this is actually more of like a journal. And so how I will be using this is I'm going to be using it as what's called a daily download. So Tanya Dalton, who is the author of this book, The Joy of Missing Out, talks about in her book the idea of a daily download, which is basically at the end of the day, kind of going over what you accomplished, what went well, what things that you need to sort of be focused on the next day, and so on and so forth. So I have 3 sections laid out for that each day. So this is a day, this is a day, this is a day, this is a day. And you can see it's really pretty blank just because I don't want to stress myself out with decorating it. That's what I absolutely love about the Daisy Dory inserts, is that it's all decorated for you. Like I don't actually need to, in fact, I feel like sometimes when I decorate, I'm like taking away from what's already there. And so this will be perfect. I will do this at night and just add as I go. So that's my B6 Cocoa Daisy. And then I did make a quick cover for it with the papers that came with this kit. And this is the Autumn Whimsy kit. And then I put a little pen loop on the back of the dory, so that will live in right next to my bed, and I will use this one at night. Next up is my on the go planner. So for the last probably 2 months, since August, I've been in a Hobonichi, and it has been a really good setup, and I really like it. However, I've been itching to get back into a mini, and I gotta try it out again before the end of the year. And so I will be in a mini Happy Planner as my on-the-go planner. So a couple things about this setup. This cover is a Happy Planner cover. And it has polka dots on the back. I'm not going to take the whole thing out, but I have literally just laid in one of the papers that came with the Cocoa Daisy kit. So instead of the polka dots showing, it's this paper, and I like how that looks. And then on one of the dashboards, just for another punch of color, I did some punching onto this dashboard, so that it had the little I don't even know what we would call that. It's just to make it a little more decorative. The bow came in one of the kits, and then this is actually the notepad that's folded over, and I just kind of liked how that looked. And then I also made a washi card using the packaging, and actually just before I put the washi on, I used clear packing tape so that the washi will come off of the packaging, the little card. And then I also added a couple of former washi. So this I think is from April or March, and then this one also was in the same Cocoa Daisy collection, and then this is one from Happy Planner that just matched really nicely. So I thought, well, I'll just add that too. So that's what this is actually a better look at what the washis look like for the month. So these 4 are all the planner washis, and then these are some other ones that I added. All right, and then this is a pocket, which I made from the papers, or from one of the papers from this month's kit, and I used the acetate as like the main pocket piece, and then a little bit of washi, and so this is holding a lot. Mostly, it's holding the Hobonichi, the Daisy Weeks stickers, which I'll be using in my Happy Planner, and then a couple of the other smaller sheets, and then the notepad. So that sits on the front. I love how it looks, but I also love that it's like super functional and just lives on the front of my planner. So this month in my mini Happy Planner, I'm basically trying out auditioning several different inserts layouts. So well, to start, this is the cover, and I've just washi taped the card on the front, and then so Betty gets the front, and then Simon gets the back. I have also just sort of washi taped part of the paper on the back just because I liked how that looked. I added in basically a month at a glance, again with one of the dashboards and a couple of the die cuts and the sticky notes. And so here, this will be my sort of monthly brain dump of like things that I just need to like get on a page and then deal with later. So that's what this will be. And then I've done some very minimal decorating of my monthly, mostly to block out all the travel that we have this month. October is going to be busy, which is why I'm excited to be in the mini again, because I feel like it's a little bit more functional when I'm traveling. And then this is the beginning of this week. This is about as before the pen as I get. And so I have put in, again, one of the dashboards, and I have just washied a couple of the notepads on the back so that I have another place to write notes. And then I've made a little bookmark with the acetate from this month, and just one of the clear stickers as well. So that lives here. So this is one of my layouts that I'm going to be playing around with this month and see if I like it. The other layout is, so this is the lined vertical. This one is the non-line, it's just the vertical layout. And then I have a dashboard layout in here. And again, I only have October in this planner. So dashboard layout, which I'm gonna maybe try out. I feel like this would be a great layout for like creative content planning, so I might use it for that. The layout that will not change, which I have already been using, is the exercise, the food and fitness tracking. I did this for all of September, and here's that one. And I loved it, and I loved being back in the mini for tracking food and fitness. So some weeks I was a little bit better at it than others, but at least I attempted. And so this worked really well, so I'm adding it to this setup for the month. And then I also have a couple of new layouts from Lights Planner Action. She recently released some mini Happy Planner layouts. I am deeply obsessed with this, partly because the boxes are just a little bit wider than these boxes because Saturday and Sunday are together, which I think, I have this feeling, don't quote me, but I think I'm going to like this layout maybe just a little bit more than this one, but we'll see. I made another dashboard with one of the pocket pages and some of the printables. Y'all, if you're not using the Cocoa Daisy printables, like, you are missing out. You could easily have one kit and then just use the printables, and oh my gosh, you would have more than enough to work with. So that's living there. So I have this layout, and then I also have this layout. So this is her again, Lights Planner Action lined vertical layout, which is also really fantastic. And then I have a couple other layouts that I haven't used before, but I'm not, I already know they're not, well, we'll see. So this is from PT Paper. So it is a week on 2 pages with a vertical, the boxes. This is a 2-inch box here in a mini, which is pretty impressive. So I do like this layout. I might try this one. And then she does a week on 4 pages that I may or may not play around with. I actually might use, my thought was I might use this when we're traveling. So we're heading to Florence, Italy towards the end of October, and so I might use this to sort of track our trip because it would work out really nicely. And then I just have a couple horizontal pages because you never know. I might also use these pages for travel journaling. I don't know. We'll see. And then just some blank pages, another folder in the back, and then some dailies, which I have actually cut. This daily usually lives on this side of the page. I've trimmed it so that it's on this side of the page because as a left-handed person, this is like basically unusable on this side of the page, so I've just flipped it so that it's on this side. And that's my setup for my on-the-go planner. So I have a lot of different layout options, and we'll just see how they all work out for the month. But I am excited being back in a mini. The other thing I just love, and part of the reason I'm back in a mini is because the Daisy Weeks stickers, as you can see, which I've already tested out in here, fit perfectly in the columns of the vertical mini Happy Planner pages. So if you've been sort of on the fence about the Daisy Weeks stickers, but you have a mini, you're using a mini Happy Planner, the Daisy Weeks would be your jam. So I'm gonna be doing a plan with me for next week using this Daisy Weeks sticker kit. You can also use the regular stickers, but these they literally fit. They're like perfect for this layout. Yeah, so that's that setup. Yay! And I know this pink feels really unfall, but y'all, I live in Miami now, and so I kind of have to I think this feels more Miami to me, and so I can still have my fall feel in here while still getting my bright pink, which is super fun. All right, so that's that. And then my last and my main planner this month, I feel like I'm just always trying to find planners that I can fit inside my Webster's Pages composition planner because I am literally obsessed with this thing. clearly this one doesn't even like match any of my other planners, but I don't care, I'm still using it. So this is as I just mentioned, a Webster's Pages composition planner. Inside it, I have a fashion planner. And as you can see, it fits just perfectly in there. And what I like about this setup is I have lots of pockets to add sticky notes and stickers and papers and all sorts of things while still having my planner. So I like that. Last month I was in an Inkwell press. I will do a flip through of the whole month later on. So last month I was in an last 2 months I was in an Inkwell press, and oops, my bad. This month I am in fashion planner. I've been kind of, and I'll do a quick flip through of it. I've been playing around with this planner since July, and so we'll do a real quick flip through of it. So here's July. I tried some memory keeping in here, more memory keeping. This is when we were in Australia, and then, just sort of playing with this layout. Things I love about this layout, I love that it's lined and hourly. Because I can either ignore the hourly or use it. What I do find is I do end up actually kind of generally using it as an hourly layout, which is really fun and helpful, like super helpful. And then August I was in Inkwell Press Planner, so I just didn't plan anything there. And then here's a little bit of September, again, just sort of playing with the layout and stickers and whatnot in it. Some weeks are like very pen and paper, which I think is important to have weeks like that. This was last week in this planner. Spoiler, I planned in like 3 planners this week. We're just not going to go there. And then this is this week. I already feel like this planner actually makes me want to be more productive, which I think is like the whole point. So that's really fun. I got this idea of adding these little, let me grab them. They are these, and they are Happy Planner little like inserts that come with their accessory packs. And I got the idea from According to Allie, to just sort of trim off the disc part, and then you can either add them, they fit really well here, or you can put them, on here. Let me show you a blank week. So that's what a blank page looks like. So you have this personal to do, work to do, space of infinite possibility. And so I typically use a black washi and just cover that right up so that I can do whatever I want with it. But yeah, so I did one there, and I like how that turned out. And then the other thing I did was, so this is last week of September, and then this week is actually in the September section. And what I did is I covered the whole like monthly recap, just because it wasn't the questions weren't very applicable to me. I put them elsewhere. So I downloaded their notes page and printed it on sticker paper, and then just covered the whole page. And I did the same thing with the graph paper as well. And then I left this because I actually do like this little checklist. And then here's the month of October overview, kind of very big overview. I used the printable from the October Cocoa Daisy printables on the bottom. It fit really nicely there, and I thought that was really cute. And then I've already started doing a little bit of prepping for the other pages. So I've added a habit tracker on one side and then grid on the other. And then, That's what I have in this one so far. And so far, I really like this planner, and I just love that it fits in this composition planner. I just buffalo plaid, all the buffalo plaid. So those are my setups for October, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Thanks again. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!